Every day somewhere in the world, there's a nurse exhausted from working such long hours. A doctor trying to figure out how he can get more passionate and reliable nurses so that he won't run the ones that he has down. Then there are nursing graduates trying to find a good job that they will love. Now, with this consistent need for nurses, this question is raised. Why do we have the problem? This is due to the skills gap that America is experiencing. A skills gap is a shortage of jobs in the particular area of the job field that you're looking for. There tends to be not enough qualified workers for the job, or either there is not a need for the workers in a certain career field. Now, as far as nursing goes, waiting 45 minutes in the hospital is not uncommon. The nurse to patient ratio is not balanced, and the patients are winning. According to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, by 2020, RNs will be the fastest growing jobs there is. The Bureau also projects that the need for 5,000 to 2,500 replacement nurses in the workforce, bringing the total number of job openings for nurses due to the growth replacement 1.5 million by 2002. The nursing schools are not enrolling the students fast enough. Therefore, they can't meet the projected demand for the RNs and the ADN programs. There has been reports of that this will increase too by almost 3% by 2022. So that means that nurses that have graduated and found themselves jobs must adapt to long hours that will be very exhausting, and a person can only tolerate but 17 hours of a daily large toll. Now, being that every person endures levels differently, knowing how much staffs and nurses can encounter has to be accurately measured. It's the only way they can work properly. Studies show that if an individual is worked over 9 hours without a proper break, they are no longer capable of efficiently doing their jobs. After that 9 hour map or whatever, that 9 hour mark, nurses become emotional. They become exhausted. Job satisfaction goes completely out the window because they're not functioning the way they need to be. Oh, excuse me. There also have been reports of failure to rescue, which just means that the nurses are tired. So if you have a patient who is about to fall or who needs immediate help, that nurse has been working hours and hours. So the instincts to rescue becomes a failure, essentially. So being that that's a big issue that should have brought up plenty changes in the healthcare field and the way nurses are handled. 4 to 6 years of quizzes, tests, exams, late night studying, practicals, labs, internships, no sleep, and somehow nurses still comes out graduates and taking care of us. Some may argue that with a great need for nurses, majority of the students will be able to obtain a job very soon after they graduate with any employer. But we run into the issue of the employer not wanting. So you come out of school and you know the material, but you don't have the skills, or you have the skills but you don't know the technical material. It all plays a part, and so skills gap, it has impacted the nursing field in many ways. One being that there are not enough nurses to accommodate for the patients. Two being that when the nurses are exhausted, they tend to mistreat the patients. And three being that some of the nursing graduates are not ready for the demands of being a nurse. They're simply not. Medical doctors and higher authorities are well aware of the problem and that nurses are facing. The question is, how many times will this has to happen, or how many times where things have to go on for them to finally put their heads together and fix it? So, yeah.